Hey everybody, what's up? So I've been meaning to make this video for a long time because Vampire Mike of Sega CD Universe at one point made a video, and to link it, I'll go back, try to find his video. He was talking about dollar store movies, and funny story. Um, I actually got into a lot of these because what happened was when I started working, um, I wasn't getting a lot of hours in that. So, a lot of stuff was still packed up from the move. So what I basically had to do was try to find like cheap entertainment, and we all know about that. And I'm sorry, my hair is messy. People don't like it. Tough shit. Pardon my language there, but I don't care right now because I'm making this video because I've been wanting to. Like, I have to do this for you. So I'm gonna show off a few videos here. Please keep in mind, yeah, they're not in the sleeve the best. I'm not gonna really gonna talk about the movies that much. At some point with a few of them, I'd have to go back and rewatch a few of them. One I couldn't get to, that was Bubba Hotep. I actually found it wrapped in the Elvis jacket, and yeah, I took it out of the box. I watched the movie because to actually find a copy of Bubba Hotep here and there is not that bad, but it was like, what was it, $5, including the jacket. So that was really great. So the first movie is Hellbinders. These are all kind of like budget movies. Hellbinders is basically this group of guys trying to stop this weird supernatural. Basically, what happens is these I don't know how to describe them. These things take over your body, and they take over your soul. Now, one of the characters in the movie actually does not have a soul, so he's not affected. And so it is kind of weird. The whole story itself is really weird. It's one of those things where you're sitting there going, okay, how exactly am I going to? Sorry, my Wi-Fi device keeps falling, and I'm trying not to let it lay on the floor. So yeah, I'm trying to remember who all is in it. Actually, I don't remember. It was released by Maverick Entertainment. Next up is a movie I heard a lot about, and then I saw it. Once again, it was on the cheap. A lot of these movies are what they call treasure hunt. They're in these yellow sleeves. I don't really care. They're kind of like they're previously used, but for the vast majority, with the exception of, I think, Sweeney Todd, I've not had any problem. And that would be Monsters. Now, Monsters was released by Magnolia. And was it Magnolia, 2011, Magnolia Home Entertainment. Magnolia is also the ones that released The Signal. So, really great. It's kind of like, it's hard to describe because you don't see the monsters that much. The monsters are there. It's a society where there are all these zones that have these things. You don't really see them. Like I said, I'm probably going to go into some of these movies. I'll probably do reviews. I know there are a couple of them that I wanted to. I just haven't. Next one up, released by Maverick, is... Hold on, let me take the DVD out here, because it's really hard to see in the sleeve. And that is Darkening Sky. Darkening Sky is kind of like this movie about aliens. In a way, it's more of a psychological thriller horror / type movie. It is actually really good because the story messes with your mind. There's a lot of stuff in it that I didn't even figure out until the end. It just kept me going. I believe I did talk about this movie. I don't remember. I know it has Ron Perlman in it, and that is I Saw the Dead. I think I did talk about this movie at one point. A really funny movie. Loved the whole plot of it. Like I said, I just bought a lot of these movies because cheap. I did fall in love with some of them. And there were a couple that I got because I really wanted to watch them again. One of them I'm probably at some point going to be rebuying on Blu-ray because I'd love to see how it looks on there. Next up is River of Darkness. River of Darkness is a more half slasher film, half what the hell. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in this movie that I still don't understand. It's weird that I can't describe it fully. I'd have to watch it again to kind of give you an idea of the whole plot. I remember there's something about, it's been a while since I watched it, about 3 years. This woman is found mutilated, and there's stuff going on around this river that people have known about, but it comes and it goes. The next one is Stealth. This is Jamie Foxx in it, and the whole deal about this movie is that this plane, it says Disc 1. I don't know if it was like, a lot of these movies they get from Redbox and that, I think. So you only see like one disc. The second one normally is like special edition stuff that you don't see. Stealth is about this plane that becomes self-aware. And it's just insane. It really is. It's got this really, really intelligent computer board it, and it makes you just question everything. Next one up, we have Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. I know this movie was for a long time. It took me a while to be able to see it. I know it was released in 2004. It's probably 2014, probably, when I saw it. Video stores around the area that I lived in when this would have come out in video, they carry certain selections. It was a college town. So, yeah, I just didn't have the chance to watch it. I'm going to spell the title of this one, Bunraku. Basically, let me flip it around here. Woody Harrelson is the main person I recognize. I want to say, I'd have to double check. I think Ron Perlman is in this one as well. It's about the society where guns are outlawed. The only weapons people really have are swords, baseball bats, axes, stuff like that. And this is one I want to do a review on. I'm going to watch it again so I can do a review, because it's a really great movie. Woody Harrelson plays this bartender who's drawing this like comic book, and we see like certain things done in the video. Comic books type style, and it's definitely really interesting. Now the next two movies, at one point before I moved down, I did have access to satellite cable, so I saw these, and actually I don't know, at some point I might get both of them Blu-ray. I don't know. So the first one is Detective D and the Mystery of the Phantom Flame. Detective D is basically based off of Chinese detective novels. I'm trying to remember when they were released over there, but they were actually started to be translated years ago by someone, and I started reading a couple of them. They were really good. D, basically, in the movie, was part of an uprising to try to get Queen, Empress, whatever you want to call her, to not be able to take the throne because nobody wanted a woman in charge. And he's actually he's been in prison, and this magical talking deer, I kid you not, comes in and says, in order to solve what's going on, you must get Detective D. And what's happening is there's this Buddhist statue being built as part of the reign for the ruler, and people aren't happy about it. And there's a scene where this guy steps onto a balcony. All of a sudden, he just bursts into flames, and People are going, what the hell? Then somebody else does it. And it's about Dee basically trying to figure out what exactly is going on and the stuff that goes along with the movie. I do want to get this one, and I want to get the second one in Blu-ray because I think it would look a whole lot better than what I've seen on Netflix. Started to watch it on Netflix. It has a lot of great visual effects, the second one does. This has some pretty good ones as well. Honestly, the talking deer thing is a weird point, but it is still really good. So, this is the last one. Chow Yun Fat and Gong Li, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Curse of the Golden Flower. This is another one that I saw on... What was it? I don't remember what channel it was. It was like, every once in a while you'd get like free channels. The guy who directed it is the one who directed Hero and the House of Flying Daggers. I've seen parts of House of Flying Daggers. I had a copy of Hero and it got puked on. Not by her. Another cat. So I didn't get to fully watch it. It basically takes place in the Forbidden... the Forbidden City, and what's happening is, once again, Empress Queen, whatever you want to call her, like she's constantly cross-stitching these. I know I'm going to pronounce it wrong, and I'm sorry. Where I went to school, you were taught how to pronounce things the way they're spelled, and I try to get over it. But with my hearing, things don't go as well. So pardon me, Chris. You know what? It's a flower, okay? They have this flower deal. I'm sorry. I know I'm going to butcher it. I know somebody's making a comment about it. And what happens is the emperor is only the emperor by marriage, and he's got these two sons. One, she's like, I want you. And the other son is basically this nobody, in a sense. He tries to go after the queen. There's issues, and they basically try to figure out, what's going on with her, because she's taking this medicine, but she's not getting better. She even questions about it. He's like, oh, these things take time. And there's just like a lot of different plots. Martial arts is spectacular. That's actually why I want to see this one as Blu-ray as well. I just haven't gotten around to it. I haven't gotten around to a lot of things, come to think of it, when it comes to some of these movies. It is in Chinese and English, but I watch in Chinese with the English subtitles. The reason being is that I call it the Godzilla syndrome in a way. With a lot of movies where they have the translations, it's kind of horrible. Because what happens is they don't match up the mouth movement along with the words. And it kind of is distracting. So I can read the subtitles and I don't have to pay attention to their mouths. I was watching a movie. God, what was it? Can't think of the name of it. Oh, it's going to drive me nuts. There's like Mermaid Assassin or something, from the guy who's responsible for Kung Fu, soccer, and all that other stuff. The problem was, I noticed that if something was said in English, they wouldn't put the English subtitles, the English closed caption at the bottom. They just let it slide. And it annoyed me, and I couldn't watch the movie fully because they were doing that. Great special effects. I mean, honestly, great special effects. Like I said, didn't watch English stuff because I would have to watch it with like English closed captioning. I don't know how that would work. It's the whole, what do they call it, like lip flip or something like that, where they have to match the lips up with what they're saying. You can't do that with a live action film. That was kind of pissing me off. It just didn't feel right. So yeah, that's why I wasn't watching it that way. Like I said, some great special effects. It was just not being able to hear like what was being said in English. And then you have the subtitles. It was a mess. I mean, if I could, if any movie could really get subtitles, closed captioning, whatever you call them, right, they'd definitely be great. So yeah, this one, these three out of any dollar store movies that I've gotten, Curse of the Golden Flower. Um, there is a beautiful, bittersweet end to this movie. Um, you have the end is worth seeing for the effect of as you see the flowers all around this courtyard and how it ends. It's just like it's sad, but the flowers are just so beautiful. It's hard to describe. Detective D, worth it. And this one again, I think that is Ron Perlman. I would definitely say those are the three worth it. And I Sell the Dead is another great one. Really funny. Not what I was expecting. I do have other ones. Some of them I haven't gotten to. Let me grab something here. You know what? Screw it, they fell. I might do a part 2 to this video. Hey, you never know. Before I end this, I want to say I am actually kind of filming a backlog of videos. The reason being is there's been stuff creeping up here and there, so I want to have some videos filmed just in case. So that's it, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.